So when we do for ourselves, the system gives back. This God system will feed back like a boomerang all good things. So if the computers were geared for us, they would aid us in giving back. If those computer programmers were putting in the proper things, the sleepy ones that believe with the TV would start changing. So then you would know that it's for us, not against us. When YouTube constantly puts up things for medicines and things that basically cause huge amounts of harm in degrees. Not everyone has a severe reaction to this medicine as some do. Some people die from the medications that they're pushing. If you go see a doctor for a shoulder, right? The first thing that they start to do is give you pain meds, it's pain management. And they start gabapentin. I'm probably saying that wrong too. That's a very dangerous drug. Causes psychosis. There's even a drug that dentists administer now that causes psychosis. That instead of Novocaine, they give something else. There's different ones, but the one that the dentist that I went to, she gave a medicine that made my heart almost feel like it was exploding. And then afterwards, she said, "Here, you want this antidepressant?" And I'm like, well, what do I need that for? And she said, well, and she wouldn't explain it, meaning that the medication she administered can cause depression. And I used to think, what is depression? I mean, I never had depression in my life. And I never really took any strong medicines anyways, because I was allergic to codeine when I was a child. So it made me wary. And also realized that that when I was really little, I had bad allergies and I was allergic to a lot of things, the flour, white bleached flour, all these different things. And they gave me a series of what I was allergic to. They mixed it up, and that's inoculation. That's not vaccines. That's a way to inoculate. And when you give small doses of in under the skin, they would go. And that's how they tested to see. They would lift the skin up and drop in, let's say, cat fur or cat dander, and whoop, big swelling. That meant you were allergic to it. And they would gear it if it was bigger than a quarter or whatever. So I had tests up and down my arms through here for a series of about a week, and basically allergic to all of the chemicals in my life. So that's why I stayed away from that stuff for years. And this is why I had such a strong immune system. And this is why my brain worked as well as it did. When I was very young, I had a college reading level. Now, since the car accident, I can't read a book. So, but I come on here, I read short clips because I can enlarge the letters. It doesn't hurt my head as much. So anyways, we can fix all this stuff. We just have to continue. You can, anywhere you live, you can do it. You can start off by, don't eat for example, don't buy Pop-Tarts. They're probably made in China. And like I said, Chinese people are great, but they'll do anything for their paycheck like most people will do. And they're afraid. I believe that China is very afraid. They're very afraid of everything. That's why I'm not quite sure about the images that they put out about China. I won't believe anything that's on there. Like I said in previous, do not believe that stuff. I don't think they're wearing the mask the way that they portray it. It's a way of control. And next thing they'll be telling you, you got to wear blinders here and here. See no evil, speak no evil, and hear no evil. Well, that means don't see the truth. Don't, in their words, it's don't see the truth, don't speak the truth, and don't hear anything that's outside of their little box. So the AI can help us, and I'm going to go to the Georgia Guidestones. The words of the Georgia Guidestones are basically really, really good words, except makes you think, well, how would the population get small again? Well, if they made you sick, they can make us sick because they are spraying the atmosphere every day that contains chaff and aluminum and barium and other things. And God knows what else goes in that stinking mess that they spray. But it's not good for humans to be breathing old powdered aluminum. Things can exist, but it's not healthy. So anyways, they can make us sick, and that would depopulate the earth. But what if we did it the right way? What if we rewarded everyone for not having so many children? What if you got rewarded? How about instead of having this bad money math equation that we're living now, we go for create a new way of doing it. And if the AI was ours, and we had small community programmers, good moral beings that programmed each community's needs through that. And the money amount and of course, some people don't like that free handout. Well, it wouldn't be it'd be just keeping everything a level playing field from jump. But then you have those essential workers that they would get super rewarded, right? You have, so you need electricians. So the base pay of an electrician would be the $120,000 that the AI hands out. And then if you want to run an electrical company, you punch that into your main computer or your phone, and the AI in your area will issue you that. What's determined by the people of your community. Everything's done small. You maybe have 6 elders that you vote on. Yes, you still vote. Everyone has to vote, and everyone will want to vote. You will want to put into your community. Everything's community based. You still have hospitals, but it's earth medicines mixed with, say you have a broken leg. Of course, you might need to set that. That's not earth medicine. That's old common knowledge. And then you heal with that earth medicine, the body, the mind. Everybody it's a great thing. Now, bad behavior gets addressed by those 6 elders. You might have, if you commit murder or abuse a woman, you'll either ostracized or put to death. Death is, some people just gotta go. And as far as death goes, like this thing of fear of death, well, I'm just going to wander a little, which I do because I'm a woman. The fear of death, no one should be afraid of it because it's just a transference of energy. The body that houses your spirit, it's got to go because it wears down. It has a life expectancy, not like those light bulbs that they make now, but it does have an ending, and it's okay. And when you go, you don't know it. The only ones who know are your family. And hopefully you have some family and friends. You want it. Everybody wants it. And when you go, all this material stuff matters not. It's meaningless. So somebody else left to clean that up, and that's a lot of cleaning. I have a lot of stuff. I can't throw anything away because, well, I do throw things away, but that pile back there is my husband's. It's not mine. It's hideous. And I'm not touching it. It's heavy. It's just, we've got to make a new math equation. We have the AI is a spiteful thing right now, but it doesn't have to be. And God is your everything. It's a good thing. The range of good You speak the good, maybe it'll raise up to the heavens, and the higher realms will recognize that we're all trying to reach it and speak to it, and maybe it'll send back some mighty swords and crush these bad people, the ones who create the TV crap, and the ones who lie and cheat, steal, harm others. You all have to go. You have to behave yourselves, or just go away. Go in the woods and bury yourself in some leaves and die. Because that's all you're good for. I'm tired of all you with your crap. I'm sick of you. Sick of the news. I'm sick of Facebook with their fact-checked. Fact-checked. You're fact-checking truth with your lies. All of you go put masks on your fannies and then put them up to your mouths, because that's what it's all about, right? It's just, I don't know what to say. Grow some pretty flowers. Go out, be a man, be a real man. And that's another thing. The things that they push about men and women. Here you go. You can be a lollipop, any flavor lollipop you want. Well, that's... duh. No. I'm not. If you want to have sex with you want to have sex any which way you want, that's your own business. It's nobody's business. But you're born with a vagina, you're a woman. That's it. You can take all the hormones you want. Make yourself a man. You can change it with surgery. You can do anything you want, but you're always going to be a woman. And all these men wanting to be men, that don't want to be men anymore and want to be women, that's nuts too. Honor yourself. You want to have sex with other men? What are you doing in the privacy of your own home? It's your own business. Don't dress up like a fairy. I don't mean like gay, but if you're gay, you want to dress up like a fruity fairy with a little halo or whatever and a magic wand. It's your only thing. You want to do it. It's your thing. But don't shove it down other people's throats. Just live it. Just be yourself. Be kind to others when you're out. Nobody cares a crap about gay. You know what we care about? We care about you shoving your crap down our children's throats. Telling children that they have the right to be a male if they're a female. That's wrong. That's evil. Bad behavior. You have no right to do that. If you think you have the right to do that, I equally have the right to tell you you're wrong. And you are wrong, because I wouldn't say it. Because I believe that I believe in freedom. If you want to have sex swinging from a tree, that's your thing. Go for it. Do it. You're not hurting anybody. When I was a kid, there was this guy who lived across the street from us. And nobody was openly gay. Nobody cared. There was gay people everywhere. Same as there is now. They didn't wear it like a flag. And there you go. Rainbows. They don't belong to you. Rainbows are all for humans. Just rainbows are beautiful. It has nothing to do with being gay. It doesn't have anything to do about your choice. But I want to talk about being gay, because there might be an actual biological reason that if you thought for 1 second you have the desire to sleep with the same sex as yourself, right? And you ate a lot of vegetables your whole life, and you ate well, and you go, what? Or you didn't eat well. Who knows what's in that junk food now? You know, who crazy crap that they're doing to us through the food. That it was the pesticides that altered your DNA just ever so slightly. Would you be mad that it could possibly be that you go, because there's nobody born a female child desiring to be a male. That's not how it works. And them saying that's that they had the TV, I heard it on one of those ridiculous Netflix show, that she was like 3 and wanted to be with a girl and kiss a girl. Never. Only on TV. That's fantasy. And filling the heads with bullshit. So, because children 3 don't think about that stuff. They might, sexuality is different from your biological being's sex. It's a different subject. We're born with this. Just I can get deep into it, but I don't want to, because but I might. When I was very young, I was 17. I met 16 actually. I was between 15 and 16, and I had a boyfriend. He was in Troy, New York, and he had a friend. And later on years, the friend called me up. His girlfriend, was now his wife, said, "Come on and visit us." So me and one of my other friends came from Cohoes over to visit them, and they were doing some bizarre stuff with their newborn infant. And I was like mortified and in shock. But you do weird things to children, they might respond because they don't know. And we are sexual beings. It didn't mean that child wants to be touched. Pedophiles have a screwed up mentality. They're downright despicable. Anybody who thinks that a child wants to be touched by a fucking adult is dangerous for a good, healthy, social community. They need to be punished. I don't know what type of punishments, but for the TV to instill little innuendos into people saying that it's not that bad, yeah, it's bad. That is an absolute lie. So YouTube saying, allowing that end of freedom, that's okay. But my end of freedom, where I say, no, this isn't wrong, like I said in my last video that they pulled. That's why I'm making these, because I it has to be said. I have to feed it. I want this AI out of the bad people's hands. I want it back to where it belongs. Well, where it always should have been, in our hands. We need small community power base. We don't need big government anymore. We don't need cities or towns. We have an AI. We have this now. It's gifted to humanity through our own, whoever or whatever attached to it, to the higher realms. Now we have it. So you people, I don't like the word alien. There are beings here from other worlds, and they need to be appealed to also. They're subjected to the same rules of Earth that we are. The atmospheric pressure, everything is in accordance with Earth, and we have to get back to the garden of Earth. So, whatever. I guess you don't have to listen, don't listen. Bye.